If I could put this day into 2 words for me, it would be honor and respect.
It's always been a great event, and I've always wanted to do it. My daughter did it last year with her father.
And the president invited me to come, so my husband and I came down for the first time in 2011.
Choked up every time I'd lay a wreath because we say their name and we read their full headstone.
To me, when I think about this event, the 2 words that come to mind is honor.
Getting the community together, it helps teach different generations how to.
I'm happy to travel here every year to honor them. There's something about this place that is just special. It's beautiful.
I'd like to welcome you home, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Walks up and say, congratulations or welcome back.
The reason we do anything is because of the sacrifice that they made.
It's a great program. I can't say enough of it. I'm so excited that you guys came here.
This America Mobile Education exhibit was set up next to St. George's historic towns made and are making in serving our nation.
Well, this happens to be the first stop, and we decided, since it's a welcome home station, that we would also reach out to our Vietnam veterans who served between 1955 and 1975, register to come out today and be gifts from Wreaths across America.
It makes me feel very honored to have served and being recognized and appreciated for the service that I've provided while in the Army, serving my country. Went to Vietnam, and it's very, very rewarding.
The Color Country chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution honored 69 Vietnam War veterans in gratitude for their service.
This is a pin. It has an eagle on it and a Vietnam War veteran. And on the back, a grateful nation thanks you and honors you. And so.
Now, from Wreaths across America, we want to give you a challenge coin with the wall decorated with our wreaths. On the back, our nation's blood and treasure from a generation ago deserves the nation's thanks and gratitude, something they did not receive when they came home from Vietnam. I got to do this the proper way. Thank you for your service and welcome home.
It makes me feel good for the time that I served. We weren't appreciated. But, I think that's changed, and the people have changed in that regard. They respect the military a lot more and honor those that have been in the wars.
Well, it's special because for years there wasn't any recognition of Vietnamese veterans, and so it's kind of nice to see that part of being recognized. But the Wreath Across America thing is just unbelievable.
Inside the mobile exhibit, visitors found out more.
We have our information center in the front part here that tells you all about us, and then in the very front we have a theater set up. Really learn a lot and feel. You don't understand the feeling until you're here.
Actually started in 1992 with 5,000 wreaths being laid in Arlington National Cemetery. That eventually morphed into now over 3,100 locations. 2.4 million wreaths were laid last year in 2021.
And I'm familiar with this. I volunteered the last 2 years, and it's just such a moving experience when you say the name and you put the wreath down.
I would agree with everything Penny just said. It is such a moving experience to lay that wreath down and say the soldier's name. It's just amazing.
For those who may have disabilities, the Daughters of the American Revolution is one of them.
You have to remember those that fought for our freedom, honor those that are fighting for our freedom, and teach the young that freedom.
Their mission field so dovetails with Daughters of the American Revolution's mission. Patriotism, educating our youth, With that perfect marriage, to do Wreaths Across America is very, very dear to my heart.
Vietnam veterans who toured the mobile exhibit were not only grateful for the mission, but also the fact that they are finally recognized for their service.
I liked it very much. I appreciate that the people understand, you know, when we served over there and we came home, people didn't really appreciate us, but they do now, and I really appreciate that.
This year's Wreaths Across America events in St. George and Tonnequit cemeteries will be held December 17th at 10 a.m. In St. George, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.
Well, this is Wreaths Across America Mobile Education Exhibit. We travel all over the United States helping people to raise their funds for their wreaths to cover the soldiers' graves. Last year we were able to raise 3,100,000 soldiers' graves on the 13th of December.
All right, I do have to ask though, I'm a military brat myself. My dad served 30 years, but are you also a veteran?
Now, I'm not a veteran. Two of my boys went into the service after 9/11.
Yeah.
One was EOD, he took bombs apart at night.
Yeah.
The other one was in the Marine Corps, and Daniel did 2 tours in Iraq, and he was killed outside of Camp Pendleton, passenger in a car after getting his hair cut.
Wow.
Got hit by Amtrak train, and that was on 9/02 Christmas Eve,
wow.
2007. They came to our door Christmas morning at 10 o'clock, knocked on our door, and that's when I started my new normal. Everybody lives a normal life, but that started my new normal. And so we do everything we can for veterans. That's what our son would have wanted us to do, yes. So that's what we continue to do.
Can you show us, do a tour inside?
Yeah, if y'all want to come on inside, I'll give you a real quick tour.
All right, lead the way.
So it starts here with your storyboard up here. Morrill worked for the Harrington, Maine. He worked for the Bangor Daily News. And 12 years old, he read in the newspaper that whoever added the most new subscribers to their route could win a trip to DC.
Right.
Well, he did it, and he won a trip. And that's him where he went to DC at 12. But he remembered that Arlington, all the people that he didn't even know that had died for his rights.
Right.
So in '92, he had 5,000 wreaths left over, and he wanted to do some good with them. So what he did was he took those wreaths and went to Arlington. 12 volunteers went with him, and they put out 5,000 wreaths. Last year, this is approximately how many people helped put the wreaths out.
That's incredible.
And that's an approximate number because there was more. So the growth of the business is, you grew in 2022, you grew 500 different cemeteries. You did it again, 500 different cemeteries. Last year we did 684 new cemeteries. So we're growing all the time. The number of wreaths was the same.
But just expanding the locations, more representation.
Expanding the locations, yes. And so we needed more people to donate the wreaths to different cemeteries to get all the veterans covered.
Where do the wreaths come from?
They come from Columbia Falls, Maine, is where they come from. They all come off of his land.
Wow, okay.
So he has a lot of land, and that's all balsa fir.
Yeah.
So he only tips 1/3 of his land.
Yeah.
And the other 2/3 of his land are left for the next year. So every 3 years, he goes to a different section and he clips a tree. So that leaves the tree 3 years to grow new branches and stuff. And then they go and tip it by hand.
Wow.
And then they make the wreaths by hand. And then they offload the boxes by hand. Then someone takes them out of the box by hand. And then some volunteer grabs it, takes it to a grave, says the name of the soldier, and places that at the soldier's grave as a thank you.
Wow.
We have this belief that you die twice.
Yeah.
Once when you take your last breath, and the second time when no one says your name.
Yes, sir.
So if we can continue to lay wreaths at soldiers' graves where we can find them and say their name, they're still with us.
That's fantastic.
So that's what we try to do. We are remember the fallen, honor those who serve. Most importantly, we have to start teaching our children the value of freedom.
Yes.
And on these walls in here, all around here, is what you see. That's the value of freedom. That's the cost. That's a QR code right there. My wife was she's a retired teacher. She writes all of the lesson plans for Wreaths plans now. And in the last 2 years, she's had over 250,000 downloads of her material.
Yeah.
And you can get it on Teachers Pay Teachers or Wreaths Across America, either way.
And then, like my son, the Boy Scouts, they are involved sometimes laying the
Correct.
wreaths.
Correct.
Yeah, so you have a lot of different other volunteers that way as well, right?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And you have a lot of American Legion and VFWs and do this.
Yeah. Well, and I'm curious too. So you're from Tennessee, then, right?
I'm from Milan.
And you said this is the only vehicle with
Wreaths Across America.
Wreaths Across America.
We have a saying here that you die twice. First when you stop breathing, and the second time.
And I feel that connection with my son and with God.
Placing about 1.6 million wreaths on the graves of the veterans.
The Wreaths Across America wreath laying is really, it's a celebration of life.
And you look at the iconic picture and grave after grave after grave and the vastness of it with a wreath on every headstone. But then as you just visualize it, you draw closer and closer and closer.
He cared enough for his country and for others that he offered his life for them, for their freedom. I look at his and I feel like his spirit's alive in it, and it's comforting.
Their care, their sacrifice is not just our past, it's our future.